creating a healthy habitat in your own backyard. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me this hour is Steve Saffier. He is with the Audubon At Home program of Audubon, Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Many people are familiar with the Audubon Society and the opportunities available for bird watchers, but talk to us about the Audubon At Home program.
Well, Audubon At Home program really is for everybody, whether you are into birds or bird watching or not. Anybody who has property has the potential to create habitat for birds and other wildlife. They're birds and their allies, we like to say. And so if you're a homeowner or you're a school teacher or you own a business or you manage parks, you have the ability to create habitat for birds. And when you do that, you really create a healthy environment, a healthy habitat for a number of other organisms. And you know, when we build homes and malls and things like that, we eliminate the habitat that was once there. So if you have some green space, some lawn maybe, you can actually recreate some of that habitat and bring life back onto a lifeless yard.
And you say one of the top tips is to actually utilize native plants in your landscaping. Why is that important, and how do we find out what's native to our area?
Good question. Native plants are the ones that have existed in Pennsylvania for eons and were here before European settlement. So those plants are the ones that the native animals have co-evolved with over the years, and they recognize them as places to nest, as a food source, and so they're an important source for not only birds but the many insects that are very specialized organisms that are looking for one or two particular plants. So native plants are important in that way. Where to find them? You can go on our website. We have a number of resources listed. In Pennsylvania, there are lots of specialty growers that grow native plants, and they are hand-raised, basically. They're propagated from seed or cuttings, and so they're very special in that way, and there are special growers all across the state.
What's birdscaping?
Birdscaping is just a term. I didn't coin it, so I'm not going to take credit, but it's the idea of landscaping for birds. So instead of using exotic ornamental plants that might have their origins in Europe or Asia, what you're going to do is use plants that are from Pennsylvania, that might even be non-existent in the forest today because we have deer issues and other invasive problems. So you might be able to create a healthy habitat using native plants on your property, and you can do it to attract birds, but it'll also create a great ecological habitat in your yard.
Talk to us about the bird habitat recognition program and how that works.
Well, let's say you take the back corner of your yard and you put in some native trees and shrubs this year. You're on your way to really creating a habitat garden. And when you do that, you're able to register your property with Audubon, Pennsylvania, and it's free to do so. But then people can get yard signs, and you can put a sign out on your front yard, and maybe your neighbors will say, hey, what's going on? What are you doing in your yard that's different than what I'm doing? And they'll explain, you know, we're getting rid of chemicals, pesticides, we're using native plants in the landscape, we're reducing our maintenance costs, we're reducing our lawn, which has a lot of maintenance issues and energy outputs. And then we try to get this whole network going. We have about 500 properties registered across the state. People are interacting. It's creating a network of people, and they're hearing about events such as native plant sales that go on each year, and it's really creating a great energy.
Is that what leads to a bird town?
Yeah, the more participants in the bird habitat recognition program you have helps you, a town, qualify to become a bird town, and that's really, on top of having individuals registered in our program, Bird Town really is about a municipality just making a simple commitment to stewardship, and that's really all it takes, and a meeting with Audubon, and we team with the municipalities and partner with them to create that.
And we just have a few seconds left, but we've talked a little bit about native plants, but what about birdseed? Is that something we should consider? Bird feeding and birdseed is a great way to attract birds closer to us, but birds don't rely solely on birdseed. They wouldn't all perish if we stopped feeding. So, but it's a great way to engage kids and families into seeing birds in your backyard, bringing them close to us, and wintertime especially is a great time to feed birds. All right, thanks so much, and we can find more information on your website. Thanks for being with us, Steve.
Thank you.
We've been talking with Steve Saffier. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Newsmakers.